Welcome back, everybody. This is SkyGuy264, and I'm bringing you another episode of my Let's Play series for Castle Clash. So this is going to be a daily summary, and I want to kind of go over the upgrades I've done over the day and, kind of the progress I've made towards the account. So to start, I went ahead and upgraded a vault and a mana vault. If you remember, the gold vaults were at 10 and 9, so I upgraded the lower one to make them both be level 10. Also, the mana vaults were at 9 and 8, so I just upgraded the lower one, and so now they're both up to 9 and 9. Additionally, before I ended for the night, I upgraded the town hall to be level 9, so I let that one bake overnight because I knew it would take a little bit longer. As far as shards, I spent a whole lot of time in dungeons grinding away shards whenever I had the chance to. And I started with, I don't even remember, shoot, probably 20 or so. And I managed to grind my way up to enough to buy Marksman. And I used her to replace the Serpent Queen that I had that was stuck at level 20. I don't know, I prefer Marksman. It's all personal preference, I guess. I couldn't even argue whether or not that's a good choice or a bad choice. But I like her better, so I'm using Marksman. And I got her up to level 11. For Angel, Werewolf, and Engineer, I went ahead and leveled them up and managed to upgrade them to level 3. So that means I can now level them up to level 60. And let's see, what did I end with them? For Angel, I got her up to level 50, Werewolf is 49, and my Engineer is at 50. So I'm getting close. I'm getting close to 60 for those. The Cyclops I upgraded to level 2 so that he can hit level 40, but I only managed to get him up to level 34 before I finished for the night. So again, he's pretty close to getting to that next level tier. I was pretty happy about that. So there's no other real upgrades to report other than those. I started the day with 20,358 honor. Remember, I hadn't played for a while, so it just built up. And I ended up with 10,839, and that was all because of all those upgrades I spent, leveling up the heroes. My arena ranking started and ended at 974,094. And that's really because I didn't do any arena. Right now I'm just, collecting that 50 honor an hour, and that's good enough for now. And I wasn't too hard pressed for honor because I hadn't played for a little bit. So, in the future, now that my heroes are getting leveled up, I'll probably start playing a little bit more arena and getting it recorded, showing you guys my strategy. Lastly, my might started at 2,390. And after finishing all the upgrades that I went ahead and did, it ended at 2,627. So might went up a little bit, even with all those hero upgrades, base upgrades, but not that much. So I'm still pretty happy where my might's at, and I'm having no problems slipping through bases and stealing all their gold. So first up, I want to show you a dungeon attempt. This is the the 5th one into Dungeon 2. So, one of my viewers posted a comment in my previous video and said that Dungeon 1, Skull 1 says IGG. Yes, it does! Actually, I'm amazed. I never noticed that before. I couldn't even tell you how many times I rolled through this without noticing that. I mean, you kind of chuck in all your troops and you don't really pay attention to what's going on. Or at least I apparently do that, because I had never seen that before. Very cool. Thank you for pointing that out. So this next dungeon, I believe, which one was that? The 5th or 6th one into Dungeon 2. And you'll see I'm using 92 Guardians over there. So at this point, up until now, I had only been using Guardians for everything. And this was the raid, or sorry, not raid, this was the dungeon, rather, that really tipped me over and said maybe I should stop using Guardians. So I get through it and I lose a good chunk. It's not a terrible chunk, especially for Guardians, but I think I lost 25 or 26 in the end. And I really made the decision that, okay, maybe it's time to try something else. I had given the Pyromancers a shot for what was that, Dungeon 1 Skull 2, and they worked out pretty well, and they were fully leveled, and I had finally gotten the Griffins, so I decided to give the Griffins a shot. So you'll see me, well, I guess behind the scenes here. I trained up a whole bunch of them after I made sure to lose all my Guardians. And then I jumped into Dungeon... oh god, I can never say these. Dungeon 1 Skull 2, and decided to give them a shot. You know, I've got a little bit higher level heroes now, and now I've got my Griffins as well. So you see I got 30 Griffins there. Now, in this attempt, I don't even use them. I just wanted to see if my new higher level heroes will even get me through it without having to use any magic or without losing any of them. So, you see, they got through the angel pretty quickly. I've got my my werewolf over there taking damage, but he's about to go down. No, he just barely... Angel healed him just in the nick of time. Like, he was that close to losing it. Now, it's just a free reign. Just go ahead and clear out the base, no problem. So, while it was pretty close, we almost lost the werewolf, I at least know now that I can get through this base without too much trouble. You know, if I have plenty of gold and I don't mind using magic and actually watching over it, I can get through Dungeon 1 Skull 2 now without too much trouble. So I finished all my dungeons and then decided to try to give raiding a shot. I wanted to check out the Griffins at level 1 and see how powerful they were. This was probably the first raid I did with the Griffins after I finally trained them all up. And I really wanted to see how they would fare against an opponent with a decent base. This guy doesn't have a lot of towers, but he does have a lot of troops, and I figured I'd be taking some damage on this one. But I was pretty much using it to kind of gauge where I was at against other opponents. So you see, they chew through the buildings a lot faster than the Guardians. I was pretty surprised by it, because Guardians would just sit there hitting the buildings for so long, and you'd lose so many, that coming in here and just smoking through these buildings was so nice. Look at how quick they got through that town hall. You know, usually I'm sitting there for a lot longer. And those magic towers are hardly doing anything. Like, obviously they're doing a little bit of damage, but not enough for me to be concerned. The Griffins got a lot more health than the Guardians did, so they can take a little bit more of a beating. So I do go through. I've wiped out all of his base now, all of his defenses anyway, and just clearing up these last few buildings. And right now I think I did really well. But summary pops up. I lost, well, 3 heroes, one that I wasn't surprised about, the Serpent Queen, and then, you know, 6 Griffins or 7 Griffins isn't too bad. So it worked out pretty well. Here you see me skipping a couple of bases. I don't want to retest that, especially after losing all of those heroes. So I take a look at this one, and I see all of his troops are down there way at the south end of the base. He does have a couple of heroes, but they're all super low level, so I want to see how far I can get through this base with just those 2 heroes. Engineer got a little bit of an AoE going there. We've got Angel doing damage and healing, so I mean, I should probably be able to get through a good chunk of it, at least until I get to those, you know, those archers down there. So now this is really slow going. So I toss in all of the Griffins, and I'm like, screw it. I can get through these buildings faster. I'm not really trying to go for a full clear, just get as much resources as I can, maybe get a little bit more experience. So you can hear, yeah, I heard those poor Griffins getting hit, and I felt a little bad. They make this poor, sad little noise. Meow, meow. So So I skip a couple bases, and this one is just another beautiful base for getting some free experience and a little bit of resources. Magic towers, I don't even know why people bother building them. As soon as you have Griffins, like, they just don't do enough damage for it to matter. Now, I know they were supposed to get a buff, but I suppose it did something. Maybe not at these lower levels. I don't know. I don't know too much about them. I've always used the regular towers, rather. The archer towers. That's what I'm looking for. Archer towers! I've always used the archer towers. They just do a lot more damage and let me at least hurt the other person. So you saw in that last one, I just drop in really quickly enough to get the resources. As soon as I, you know, they're archers, I think it was. Oh my god, I've already forgotten. As soon as those archers started hitting me, I just jump out. You know, no troops lost. It's easy, easy, easy. Here, I'm gonna do a full clear. There's nothing really stopping me here. I heard one Griffin die. Oh, maybe two. But even that's nothing. Definitely worth the experience gain. And really, anytime that you go to a person's base and they have super low heroes and they've got nothing in the army camps, it's a free reign on their base. Just hit it hard, hit it quick, get your experience, run away, be happy. Now, at some point, I switch out that Serpent Queen with the Marksman. I think it was a little bit after this battle. I finally had enough shards, so my lineup's a little different now, and she's still getting leveled up. Obviously, she's still at level 11. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow, hopefully getting the Marksman up a little bit more. Keep working on the base and on my levels. You know, I want some more storage so that when I am doing these raids, I'm not losing anything. And looking forward to being able to hit some bigger raids, and hopefully get them filmed out. So I'm going to end this episode here. Please like, comment, leave me some feedback. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know how I can improve. Because really, I'm trying to do my best that I can. So for now, my name is SkyGuy264. And until next time, take care, everybody.